الحمد لله الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم والصلاة والسلام على صاحب جوامع الكلم صلوا على رسول الله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا محمد اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا صالحا متقبلا يا رب العالمين اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وفقهنا في الدين يا رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Continuing our series, inshallah, of the book called Tibyan by Al-Imam An-Nawawi, rahimahullah. May Allah have mercy on him and allow us to benefit from his ulum, ya Rabbil Alameen. Say Ameen. Continuing on from chapter 4, about the niyyah that a person must have as a teacher of Quran and also as a student of Quran. It applies to, of course, the teacher and the student. Inshallah, all of us are students, and may Allah make us from those that also teach the Quran. خيركم من علم القرآن من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. Yeah, the best of you are those who teach who study the Quran and also teach it. اللهم اجعلنا منهم يا رب العالمين. Say Ameen. The chapter again, of course, is going back to the niyyah that a person must have. This specific part of it is that في الإعراض عن أعراض الدنيا. This is what the muhakkik mentions, not wanting to seek any worldly objective from your intention in learning and teaching Quran, inshallah. So he says the teacher, the translation says the teacher, but it's the teacher and the student. He must not make his or they must not make their intention to teach for the purpose of attaining some worldly objective. Some worldly objective. It says min a'rad al-dunya, min a'rad al-dunya. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when describing a'rad al-dunya, al-a'rad or arad, okay, is al-mata' alladhi yazul. It's something that a person will benefit from, but is it going to last forever? No. So Allah, when referring to the dunya, He says, turiduna arad al-dunya, wallahu yuridu arad al-akhirah? No. Wallahu yuridu al-akhirah. Arad was not used to describe the akhirah, it was used to describe the dunya. Same thing with mata'. Mata' is something tatamatta' bihi for a period, you enjoy it for a period and then it goes away. That's the dunya. The akhirah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He describes the akhirah, He describes it as وَإِنَّ الدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ لَهِيَ الْحَيَوَانِ. But He refers to this life as hayat al-dunya, haya. But when He refers to the akhirah, al-hayawan. You see? So again, worldly objective, something that you benefit from for a short period of time, never to make your objective in seeking knowledge and to getting close to the Quran and teaching the Quran ever for any sort of dunyawi thing, any sort of worldly objective, such as wealth, such as leadership, such as influence, such as rising above his peers. Again, these things, they might come with it. Is it possible that a person learns Quran and then teaches it and Allah because of that gives him a status? Yes. But should your purpose and your intention be seeking that status? No. It just comes with it. But that should never be your goal, you know. So attaining any sort of worldly objective such as wealth, leadership, influence, and rising above his peers. Rising above his peers. Is it possible that he goes above his peers in knowledge and in education and teaching and whatnot? Yes, but this should be his purpose. Okay, but how do you understand وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ? Shouldn't you be competitive with your peers in learning and seeking knowledge and in teaching? You should, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what does He say? وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. Question, why did Allah say وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ and not فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُسْلِمُونَ فِي ذَلِكَ? Why is وَفِي ذَلِكَ first? Jar majrur, why is it first? There's a reason. Why do we say إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ and we don't say نَعْبُدُ إِيَّاكَ, or we don't say نَعْبُدُكَ? Why are we saying إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ? Why? To show that only you, ya Allah we worship, right? That's why why is there precedence before that for that? Right? To show only this. So, وَفِي ذَلِكَ, only in this thing, only in the akhirah, in the affairs of the akhirah, فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. Okay? The lam over here, fal, is lam al-amr. But yatanafas is mudari'. So it's something that you're supposed to constantly be competitive in. So you can compete with one another in good things. Let's say you know someone who's your peer and he donates. let's say $1,000, and you're like, you know what? He's donating 1,000. I should do 2,000. Oh, this person, my friend, he memorized. He's attending Salat al-Isha on Mondays and Thursdays. I'm gonna attend Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm gonna do more. You're supposed to be competitive with good things. Someone gives Salah ala Nabi 100 times. Oh, I'm gonna do 200. But you're not doing it to show off, or you're doing it for him, or this, that. You're doing it for Allah. But this is a good competition that a person must have. فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. Or to gain people's praise. You shouldn't ever seek knowledge and to teach and do all of this so that people can say, oh look man, this person, he has so much knowledge. Oh look, this person is that. Oh, this person is that. Or I'm only going to seek knowledge so that people can bring me on for khutbahs. Or I'm going to only do it so that I can be put in front of the limelight. No, that shouldn't be your goal. If it happens, khair wa barakah. But that should have never been your intention. Because if that's your intention, then you need to ask yourself, am I doing it for Allah or am I doing it for others? Am I doing it for Allah or am I doing it for the dunya? And dunya za'ila. And then Imam Nawawi continues, and of course this is a translation. It's better to teach it in the Arabic, but alhamdulillah, at least the book is translated. May Allah reward Sheikh Musa. Say Ameen. He's in Indonesia, I think, Malaysia or Indonesia. Yeah, Malaysia, you know? Yeah, Sheikh Musa, you know him? Yeah, okay. One does not dishonor, okay, la yashinu, or that means to make, dishonor or to mess up, basically. Or in another nuskha, la yashubu, okay? Basically, he does not mix. One does not dishonor his teaching of the Quran, okay? His teaching of the Quran by hoping to obtain some favor, by way of a student who recites to him, whether the favor is in form of property or some service. Meaning that the person should never make his intention to teach so that, this student, mashallah, his dad is rich, so I'm going to give him extra attention. Wallahi, I've seen some people do this. You'll have a group of students, they're supposed to be treated equally. You're the teacher, you're supposed to give everyone time and attention. I've had people come up to me and be like, this student, his father donates more, so give him more attention. What is that? Astaghfirullah al-Azim. His father gives more money in donation, so what are you going to do as a teacher? Give him priority. What is this? What are you doing your amal for? Are you doing it for Allah Azza wa Jal? Or are you doing it for money? Or are you doing it for some benefit? Are you doing it for some favor? Because if you're showing favor based off of the benefit that you're getting, then there is something in your intention. There's something in your intention. Something to be very, very careful about. Give everyone equal right. One does not dishonor his teaching of the Quran by hoping to obtain some favor by way of a student who recites to him, whether it be in form of some property, some benefit, or some wealth, or of who recites to him, or some service. But does it mean that the student should not serve his teacher? No. The student should serve his teacher. When I grew up, and our teacher, he used to teach us to do khidmah. That's not because he wants us to be abused and used and mashallah go make chai. Yeah, we would make chai for him. Yeah, we would massage his feet. Yeah, we would massage his shoulders. That's how we got the barakah. That's how we got the ilm. The door to ilm is through khidmah. A lot of us, we want the knowledge, but we don't want to put the sacrifice. We want everything to be handed to us. What did you do to deserve it? You have to serve the ulama. You have to serve knowledge, and then Allah will open the doors for you. But the scholar, he's not doing it for the sake of, I'm going to have all of these free employees under me, Go do this for me, go iron my clothes, hey, go pick up this for me, Some people do that, but that's what they do in the church. Ulama, they don't do this. But they teach you how to be a khadim. And that's what Jama'at al-Tabligh, they teach you as well. One of the 6 pillars, one of them, what is it? Ikram al-Muslimin. And min bab ula ikram al-ulama, ikram al-mashayikh, ikram ahl al-ilm, ikram ahl al-Quran. Wa man yu'azim sha'air Allah. Those things that remind you of Allah Azza wa Jal. The Quran reminds you of Allah. The people of Quran should also remind you of Allah. That's why some of the ulama, they say, ru'yatul salihin ibadah. They say looking at the people, looking at righteous people is a form of worship. Why? Because it reminds you of Allah Azza wa Jal. Not me, muqassir, but if you look at a righteous alim, mashallah, white beard, he spent his whole life in khidmah of deen. When you look at them, just looking at them, it reminds you of Allah Azza wa Jal. Ru'yatul salihin ibadah li'annaha tudhakkiru billah Azza wa Jal. I love that, wallah. Whether the favor is this, however small, or even a gift that he would not have received had it not been for his student reciting to him. Meaning that you only received it, why? Maybe someone's like, you know what, let me give him something. Maybe he'll give me ijazah if I give him something. Maybe if I give him something, I'll get some benefit. Maybe I'll get some more time. No. That should not be your intention. If you're giving, give for the sake of Allah. And if you're teaching, teach for the sake of Allah. Okay? Keep those things separate. There's a story of Imam Hamza al-Zayyat, some of the, from the 7 of the Qurra, from Shatibiyya, from the 10, okay, from the 10, Imam Hamza, okay. Hamza has the recitations of Khalaf and Khalad, the ones Zirat al-Mustaqim, the one everyone freaks out. The one that has all the pauses. The one that has min, shay, in, and, that one. The one with the pauses before Hamzat. Imam Hamza al-Zayyat, there's an incident, he did 50,000 khatmas of the Quran. Imam Ahmad, he said that, he made dua, he said, may Allah protect the people of Baghdad because of Imam Hamza. When you have someone righteous in your community, perhaps Allah is protecting the whole community because of that one person who's doing dhikr, who's doing salah, that's why even in Jama'at al-Tabligh, they always have one person staying inside the masjid so that he could do dhikr and make sure the people outside are protected by the person who's engaged in ibadah and in dhikr. This is from the hikmah that the ulama have placed in that regard. But Imam Hamza Zayyat, one time he was very, very thirsty, so he had asked for water. The person, he brought him water, but then he noticed that the person that brought him water, his son was with him. And Imam Hamza realized that was his student. The son was his student. He said, I'm not going to take it. He said, why? Why aren't you going to take it? He said, because I don't want you to think that you give me water is, in reward for the Quran that I had taught your son. So subhanAllah, look how much zuhud they had from the dunya and from everything in regards to that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, Imam Nawawi then mentions ayat, من كان يريد حرث الدنيا نؤته منها وما له في الآخرة من نصيب. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says, من كان يريد العاجلة عجلنا له فيها ما نشاء لمن نريد ثم جعلنا له جهنم يصلاها مذموما مدحورا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says regarding these ayat, in these ayat, whoever seeks the harvest of the akhirah, we shall increase his harvest. And whoever seeks the harvest, the harth of the dunya, we shall give him of it here, but in the hereafter he will have no portion. Man kana yuridu harth ad-dunya. Kana yurid is to show al-istimrar. When you say the Prophet ﷺ, kana yaqumu al-layl. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Kana yurid, okay? That phrase itself, or kana yaf'al, is something to show that it was constantly done. When you say the Prophet ﷺ, kana yaqumu al-layl, he only did it one time? No, always kana yaqumu al-layl. Kana yurid, this is a person who's always, he just wants dunya. Kana yuridu hartha dunya, nu'tihim, Allah will give it to them. وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِن نَصِيب. He'll have no portion. Min nasib, لِلتَّعْمِيم. He'll have nothing, no nasib in the akhirah. May Allah make all of our nasib in the akhirah. Rabbil Alameen. And then in the next ayah, مَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ الْعَاجِلَةِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, مَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ الْعَاجِلَةِ. What is ajila referring to? Dunya. Al-ajila, they say in English, instant gratification. They want it right now, they want it right now. مَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ الْعَاجِلَةِ. Whoever wants that, the instant, the immediate gain from this dunya, عَجَّلْنَا لَهُ. We'll give it to him, we'll hasten it to him. لِمَنْ نُرِيدُ. Not even to everyone, to whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chooses to give it to. ثُمَّ جَعَلْنَا لَهُ جَهَنَّمْ. نسأل الله السلامة. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ثُمَّ جَعَلْنَا لَهُ جَهَنَّمْ يَصْلَاهَا مَذْمُومًا مَدْحُورًا. And another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ الْآخِرَةِ وَمَنْ أَرَادَ الْآخِرَةِ وَسَعَى لَهَا سَعْيَهَا. Whoever wants the akhirah and he really, really works towards it, وَسَعَى لَهَا سَعْيَهَا. They say, الْجَنَّةُ عَرُوسٌ وَمَهْرُهَا الْأَرْوَاحُ وَالنُّفُوسُ. The Jannah is like the bride, and the mahr you give for that bride is everything. Arwah wa nufus. In order for you to purchase a house in the dunya, people spend, how long are usual conventional loans and people's loans to buy a home? 30 years? Your typical loan is 30 years. That's for a house here. For a little, just 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom, however big your house is. You spend decades to build some type of amara for a house here. The ulama that wrote many of their works, their tafasir, if you look at how long they took to write them, maybe 16, 20, 30, 40, a whole life spent in writing one book. That's showing an entire effort. We want Jannah to come with just basic stuff. You think Jannah is going to come with that ease? Just you do nothing? that easy. Khalas, you don't do anything for Jannah, you're going to get it. For the dunya, for your one home that you live in, you spend your whole life dedicated to just being able to purchase it, just to be able to take care of yourself and your family. For the akhirah, for Jannah, no, it's rakhisa. Inshallah, Allah yarab. La. You have to work for it, you have to put effort into it. Al-Jannah laysat rakhisa. Then Imam An-Nawawi, he mentions two narrations, and then that's to the end of this part of this chapter, where the Prophet ﷺ, he says, من تعلم علما مما يبتغى به وجه الله تعالى لا يتعلمه إلا ليصيب به عرضا من الدنيا لم يجد عرف الجنة رائحة الجنة يوم القيامة. The Prophet ﷺ, he says, صلوا على رسول الله, whoever learns knowledge by which one customarily seeks the pleasure of Allah Most High, but learns it in order to obtain one of the world's riches, he will not find the scent of paradise on the day of judgment. Meaning he'll be so far from Jannah that he cannot even smell it. You know that if you're close to Jannah, when you're close to the kitchen, how you smell food. How do you think the smell of the ra'ihah of Jannah is going to be? Allah is describing that they're going to be so far from Jannah that they won't even be able to smell the fragrance of Jannah. You walk past a bakery, you smell it, right? You walk past the bakery, that's the bakery. Imagine Jannah. Can you imagine how distant the ra'ihah is going to be? Allah is saying they're going to be so far from it, they won't even be able to smell it. Those people that sought knowledge of what? Sharia, fiqh, tafsir, Quran, hadith, this, that, for the sake of some dunya, for the sake, oh, look at me, I'm this, that, I can get to give khutbahs, I get to be leading people, I get to, people say that I'm knowledgeable, this, that. That shouldn't be your thing. Your intention should be for Allah Azza wa Jal. That comes secondhand. That's why many of our mashayikh growing up, and this is honestly the best tarbiyah, a lot of us in our communities, we find we want to put our children forward. This isn't the right thing. Put your children in education. Make them teach, make them learn, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put them in positions of leadership later on anyways. We want khutbah workshop, khatib workshop, mashallah, the whole masjid is full. I've seen this with my own eyes. Now do a course on hadith or Quran or ulum al-Quran or tafsir, this, that. Not even half of the audience. There's Imam Raghib al-Asfahani, he mentions under the ayah, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ مِنْ إِمْلَاقٍ, do not kill your children out of fear of poverty, and out of poverty he mentions that a way that people kill their children in a spiritual sense is that they don't enroll their children in Madaris Islamiyah, that they don't enroll their children and put them and push them towards dini parai, towards dini studies. This is a form of killing your children where you spiritually cut them off from their tradition. You see, so we want to make sure that we focus on our children and ourselves, learning, that stuff comes later. So that's the first hadith. The second hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sallu ala Rasulullah, Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina wa Habibina wa Nabina Muhammad, whoever seeks knowledge so that he can contest fools, liyumari bihi sufaha, he can keep arguing with people. Every time arguing, oh, this is wrong, this is right. Oh, the hadith says this, look. Oh, what you're doing is wrong. Oh, this, that. Just arguing, wasting hours and hours just in argument. Man, what's the point? What's the purpose behind all this argumentation? There's a difference between arguing and then debates. Are debates good? Yes. If the goal is to, make sure that the truth comes out of the debate, that is good. Having a proper debate with adab, adab al-bahth wal-munazara, there's etiquettes to it. Not just you yell at me, I'm yelling at you. You're trying to force your opinion on me. لِيُمَارِ بِهِ السُّفَهَاءَ, just to contest fools, make them go left, right, basically, just because you have some knowledge. Nowadays, mashallah, a lot of people, this hadith is so prevalent today. YouTube, go on YouTube. This person is refuting this person is refuting this person. All of the refutation videos, mashallah, have hundreds of thousands of videos. Then you go look at, my miskeen videos that I'm teaching, 50 views, 60 views. I mean, of course, I'm doing it for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Inshallah, may Allah make our intention, mukhlisan lahuddin. But even the shuyukh that I follow and the classes that I follow, I'm looking at their views. I'm like, man, these big time scholars, they're teaching. You look at their videos, like 70 views, 100 views, 300 views. Maybe they get lucky, 6,000 views. And then you see refutation of Sheikh Fulan, mashallah, 400,000 views, 500. Where is our attention going? And also, what are they pushing? What are these people? What's their agenda? And what are the algorithms pushing? So that they can contest fools, so that they can vie with scholars. Oh, I studied this, I read this book, oh, I come across this. Oh, did you hear this before? طيب, mashallah, you opened up a Google article and then You mentioned an opinion, you mentioned a qawl. Anybody could do that. Vying with scholars, I did this, I studied this, I did this. Or to attract attention, to bring attention towards himself. يَصْرِفْ وُجُوهَ النَّاسِ. Oh, look at me. Oh, I know this, I know this. This person, may Allah protect us, he says, فَلْيَتَبَوَّأْ مَقْعَدَهُ مِنَ النَّارِ. Let them prepare, فَلْيَتَبَوَّأْ مِنَ التَّهِيَةِ. Let him prepare to occupy his seat in the hellfire. Let him prepare to occupy his seat in the hellfire. This is the destiny of a person who seeks knowledge for that goal. Our intention should always be to remove ignorance from ourselves, to then go and teach and spread khair amongst others, to teach ourselves, to teach our families, to teach our communities, humbly, with softness, not to argue, not to show that I'm this, I'm that. If the truth shows on your tongue or someone else's tongue, if you truly cared about the deen of Islam, you wouldn't care if it comes from you or if it comes from someone else. You would not care. The only time you would speak up is if you know that you have something to offer that the ummah can benefit from, and then you try to provide that value. But you should never care, is the truth coming from me or is it coming from someone else? If it's coming from someone else, then why do you care? If it's coming, it's coming. Your goal and your purpose should be i'la kalimatillah, not i'la AbdulRazzak Junaid, or i'la Tariq, or i'la Dr. Awad, or i'la Khalid. It should be i'la kalimatillah, not my own personal vendetta or my personal name being lifted with it. Who am I? Who are you? Nothing. We're just small people, individuals that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make our intention always for Him, Ya Rabbil Alameen. اللهم إنك ترى مكاننا وتسمع كلامنا اللهم فاشهد أننا ما حضرنا هذا المجلس إلا ابتغاء وجهك واجتناب سخطك اللهم اجعلنا من المخلصين له الدين وصل اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Paying the salary is fine to the Quran teachers, right?
Huh?
Paying the salary is okay.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's a whole mas'ala. Yeah, no. But we should do ikram. We should definitely do ikram.